I thought that they had gotten away from letting the home team in the Thursday night game play at home the prior Sunday. Because when you remove a travel obligation from that team and the other team has a travel obligation from Minnesota to LA, that eats into the precious limited hours that you have to get ready for Thursday night. And I thought they had stopped that. And it didn't dawn on me until during the game last night. Wait a minute. They still do that. Now, they did get away some years ago from having the road team on Thursday night be the road team on Sunday, because then you got two travel obligations. But I thought, and I'm going to start paying attention to this again, I thought that they had gotten away from having the Thursday night home team be at home on Sunday. Make sure each team has to chew into those limited minutes, because it's not just hours at that point, it's minutes that you have to get ready for Thursday night. And that was an advantage that the Chargers had built in. I don't know that it would have changed my mind yesterday, but I didn't think of it until last night. And it made me think you're really a stupid idiot for picking the Vikings. Many reasons why I'm a stupid idiot. We could fill the 2 hours and then some as to why I'm a stupid idiot. But for last night's pick, stupid idiot, didn't consider the Chargers didn't have to go anywhere, and the Vikings had to fly short week to LA.
Well, you got to give yourself a little grace. Why? Because we've been kind of lured. We've been not lured. We've been lulled. We've been lulled to sleep on Thursday night. Remember when these Thursday night games began, and we all had some version of this complaint. Oh, you really think NFL players are going to be ready on Thursday to play these games? It's not. You talk about player safety, and then you kind of trot them out there for Thursday when they're still in a normal week. They're recovering and working their way back to getting ready to play on Sunday. They just played on Sunday or Monday. Now you're asking them to come back on Thursday. And we stopped doing that. And we just get used to Thursday night football.
Gave up.
That's what
we gave up.
That's what we have.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
And so, right. And Mike, I think there are two versions of it that we see Thursday night show up. One, an excellent point that you make of travels, a team that has had some, has been to England, back to the States, now going back to the West Coast, a team that has traveled quite a bit this part of the season. It's not an excuse. It's just the reality of what they've gone through. So we don't factor that in anymore. And then, like last week, it was a great game. Not this one, but last week was a great game, or it's entertaining, between the Steelers and Bengals. But maybe the reason it was so entertaining and the reason the Steelers couldn't stop anybody, not because their defense is broken, it's just because preparation. Maybe they just weren't ready to play. Neither team, so it turns into a backyard game because you're not doing all the things that you normally do. Last night I think travel was a factor. I think injuries were a factor too. Carson Wentz probably shouldn't have been out there. He wasn't ready to be out there on Thursday. Would it have been different on Sunday? Maybe a little better. I just think in a short week, not really not what the Vikings are looking for, and ultimately it's not what we're looking for as fans.
And let's be candid about this. And look, I'm at the point where I really don't care if somebody gets mad at me or if they complain to someone or if they pull me off the air or fire me. I'm at the point where I don't care. This all traces to the NFL's obsession with 25 billion in annual revenue by the year 2027. That was a goal that Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, first said out loud in 2010. And it was laughable at the time, even adjusting for inflation. But how do you get there? Well, one way you get there is you peel one of the games out from the traditional cluster of Sunday games and you wedge it into Thursday each and every week. Each and every week. It started in 2006 as a limited package back end of the season to boost NFL Network, because their idea with NFL Network originally was, when it launched November 1, 2003, if we build it, they will come. More specifically, the cable operators will fall all over themselves to give us whatever we want. We name our price. They're going to want to have this network. And then people realized, what is it? It's a studio show at night that once upon a time was appointment viewing. That ended. Doesn't even exist anymore. They canceled it. What is it? NFL Films shows. Whoop-de-freaking-do. In an age where you can get anything you want on YouTube whenever you want it. So they put the games on to get people to give them money so they have NFL Network on their platform. That's it. And then at some point they decided, hey, you know what we can do? We can do Thursday night every week. And we don't have to televise it ourselves. We'll get one of the networks to give us a big pile of money to do it. And that'll help us get to $25 billion a year by 2027. Oh, but sir, this might not be good for the players. This might not be, an ideal time to turn around and there was, for I don't know what period of time it lasted. There was a period of time where there was a real debate about whether or not they should do Thursday Night Football. And there was a time, frankly, where a comment was made by someone from the highest level of the NFL to someone from the highest level, not just of NBC, but of Comcast, about me. And things I'd said about Thursday Night Football, I say, are you freaking kidding me? You care about what I say about it? But that just shows you how sensitive they were, because they were determined this is going to work. Damn the torpedoes. We are going to do this because this is a way to unlock more money. And we hated gambling until we realized, oh, it gets us closer. The old abacus and you're sliding the thing gets us closer to $25 billion.
And they're close.
Per year by 2027.
They're close to that number, aren't they?
And
they're going to get there.
At some
they
point,
may get there by 27.
And again, I don't care. Fire me, take me off the air. I don't care. At some point, it stopped being about the game, and it became like any other business. We're going to chase every last dollar, no matter what it means, to the players, to the coaches, to the fans, to anyone. We're going to chase every last dollar.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And I thought you were going to go here too, Mike, with Thursday Night Football and trying to get every dollar possible. Part of that persuasion, part of that hey rah campaign was pointing out to people, hey, there's not really a big difference. You may be talking about player safety. There's not a big difference in injuries. It's not unsafe to play on Thursday. Our numbers don't really confirm that. And I heard Devin with you.
Are you trying to get me fired?
He made a great point. He was great. He made a great point. He said nobody can manipulate statistics like the NFL, and he's been in those conversations where you look at something and it looks pretty clear. Speaking of clear and obvious, it looks clear and obvious, and they come back and say, oh, no, wait a minute. That's not what our numbers say. I don't know where you're getting that, but according to our research, everything is just fine here.
They did it this week with the grass versus the turf. They've always got a number. And the one that won the day on Thursday Night Football was that the injury rate when we play Sunday to Sunday is no different when we play Sunday to Thursday. The in-game injury rate, that only tells a very tiny piece of the story. Because, again, how do the players feel? There are players who would have been able to go if you play on Sunday, but they're not ready to go on Thursday. Carson Wentz would have been a little more ready to go and wouldn't have been wincing in pain constantly all night if he would have had a little more time for treatment and rehab. There are many issues and factors like that. Preparation for the game, travel, all that stuff. So you're right. You're right. They are the masters, and there are many people like that who can do this, but they are the masters of finding a number, finding a stat, any stat, and basically using it as a mic drop and ignoring any and all debate, discussion, or criticism. We've got our stat, and we're right, and you're wrong. And that's it.
Yeah, look, it's a real skill. You latch onto a stat, And if you can sell it, it really becomes about messaging more than nuance or the layers of what you're saying. It's just how emphatically you can deliver the message. How convincing can you be as you hold on to the information that you're trying to deliver? So they've done an amazing job of it for nearly 20 years. And it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, we're going to get more of it. We're going to get more of it, Mike, because we're at a 17-game schedule, and you and I both know that 18 is coming very soon.
Oh, 18's coming, then 19, then 20, and then more teams. It's going to be more. What do we want? We want more. More everything. More anything, more everything. Here's one more fact, and I know this is going to get me a phone call or a text or the cold shoulder, as the case may be, or some combination of the three. At some point, they decided it was a bright idea to take your health and safety function and your PR function and have the same guy run both. So you want to know why and how we can harmonize health and safety issues with PR issues with one stat? I don't think any business in the world, because this isn't an indictment of the integrity of Jeff Miller. This is an indictment of the situation that the NFL created by having one person in charge of health and safety and PR. You need to have healthy tension in your business between health and safety and PR. The PR people need to be pissed off at health and safety. Health and safety needs to be pissed off a little bit at PR. One of the things that rings so true in the office is the animosity that Michael Scott has for Toby, the HR guy, because HR people tell managers that they can't do things.
That's right.
You need to have somebody in health and safety and somebody in PR who can sit across the table and have a debate and have the kind of discussion we're having. Hey, how about this stat PR says? Health and safety says, yeah, but. You need some yeah, but people when you've got these two departments that are tied together. They need to be separate so there can be some yeah, but from health and safety to PR.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.